Hi, this is Scott Russell with The Collector Connection. Just wanted to talk to everybody for a couple of minutes about our upcoming comic book and non-sport auction. Today we're going to focus on the comic books. We have an incredible range of books from Golden Age Grails all the way up to Modern Age 9.8s. So I thought I'd start kind of between the two with some mid-grade Silver and Bronze Age stuff, big books, but not 9.8, so they're not going to break the bank on you. First up, we have Tomb of Dracula number 10. That's the first appearance of Blade in an 8.5. We were a little disappointed in this grade. It's a very sharp 8.5. Nice square corners, little touches here and there, but overall a really sharp, clean book. Next up is Werewolf by Night 32. This is the first appearance of Moon Knight, and we got a 9.2 on this book. A really sharp book, but not going to break the bank like a 9.8 would. And finally, another bit of a disappointing grade. We have New Mutants 98, the first appearance of Deadpool, of course, with a new movie coming up. That always sparks a little extra interest. But it only got an 8.5, despite looking really sharp and clean, both front and back. I don't know if there was something in the interior we missed, but a great chance to get a good looking book at a bargain price. Next up, we'll do the modern 9.8s, and there's a lot more of all of these categories, but these are just some of the highlights we grabbed. We've got Wolverine number 1 in a 9.8 from 1988. Nice book. Here's one of the bigger books in the auction. We have Amazing Spider-Man number 300 in the 9.8. Super popular book, first appearance of Venom. Can't really go wrong with this one. And finally, we have X-Men 266 in 9.8. This is the first appearance of Gambit. So a lot of great 9.8 books, and there's, like I said, there's a lot more than just those. Now to my favorite. I've always been a fan of the old stuff, especially the pre-code stuff. You get things like a very famous decapitation cover. If you could zoom in on the decapitation there so everybody can see the head flying off the shoulders. This is from 1944, Fight Comics number 31, and it got a 7.0, so a great grade on a key Gold Age book. Next up is Submariner number 14. First of all, it got an 8, which is huge, but the other thing is this is fall 1944. This cover is the landing of D-Day, which had just been several months earlier. So kind of an important book historically, plus an early Submariner, plus an 8.0 grade. So really a big deal, with off-white to white pages, no less. Here's one of our particular favorites. This is Terrific Comics number 5. Not the biggest title in the world in general, but this cover has everything. It's got people getting shot in the face, it's got the Ku Klux Klan, it's got the damsel in distress or the good girl, and it's got a guy who looks like Hitler holding a sword in the back. This is definitely a something for everybody cover that they could never do today, and this is also from 1944 with a great grade, 6.5. Of course, for those of you asking where are my superheroes, well, here you go. Here's Superman number 30 from 1944 with a good solid 6.0 grade. Major issues is there's a little tiny bit of water staining on the back and some foxing on the front, but still presents really nicely. Then we're going to get to the big two books. This is Phantom Lady number 17. Again, a cover that ticks a lot of the boxes of things you can't do anymore. But the important thing about this one was it was actually featured in Seduction of the Innocent, which is, of course, the book that led to the creation of the code after the meetings with Congress and everything else. This is a really sharp front for the 4. The back does have a water stain in the upper left, which is visible on the front also, but not nearly as heavy if you look here. But this is an absolutely killer book, impossible to find, comes up every couple of years, so this is a great opportunity to pick up a key book for your collection. And we'll go from one extreme to the other. We'll go from, women tied up with cleavage to Bugs Bunny. This is the first ever Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies, so this is the first appearance of all of the Looney Tunes gang. It's the first Bugs, the first Daffy, the first Porky, etc. So this was kind of an astonishing find in the collection that we got in. And a good solid 4.5 grade. Great color on the book, very little fading. Just a book you're just not going to find every day. So those are some of the highlights of our upcoming comic auction. We hope you check us out. It starts Wednesday, June 5th, and runs until the 23rd. www.thecollectorconnection.com.